Just when you thought that you could make a video, do a Q&A or whatever, we're pretty close to 20,000 subscribers, so maybe I was going to live stream today. This article came out. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, if you could tell by the title, we are going to talk about the article that came out today from Armando talking about Tua Tagovailoa and what some players, unnamed sources, are saying about him. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to address the does, because there's going to be a lot of duh. There's nothing really said in this article that's like, clutch my pearls, my Lord in heaven. Like, there's nothing in this article that would make you go, oh my God, the sky's falling. 10-6 means nothing. The ground is opening. It's the end of nothing. But like I said in that little intro, we are literally 48 subscribers away from 20,000. So if or when we break 20,000 today, I will try my best to go live and hang out with you guys. Not for long, though, maybe 20 minutes, give or take, celebrate the 20,000. And then I will do the Q&A to really celebrate the 20,000, to really thank you guys, to open all these packages and all that stuff. I've been trying to do the Q&A, but every time I go, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it today, something else happens. And I'm going to do it today, something else happens. And then for comment of the day, we're going to talk about something that you guys keep asking me, especially since I think it was yesterday. But let's jump into this. Let's jump into this article. It is an article from Armando Salguero, titled, "While Dolphins promise to evaluate entire team, some players have evaluated Tua Tagovailoa." Just to give you a little spoiler heads up, he doesn't name the players' sources, right? And again, I will say my piece. I consider myself unbiased. A lot of you guys will probably be like, no, you love Tua, you're a Tua lover. Actually, I have the same things I've said for Tua, I've said for Fitz. I've defended the crap out of Fitz. So let's get some transparency before we jump into this article, because I know a lot of people are going to think that I'm being biased towards Tua. No, you're going to hear me say things throughout this article that you're going to be like, wait, I thought you loved Tua. You're going to hear me say some things. I like to take myself out of the situation, regardless if I like Tua or Fitz, which I like them both equally. It always makes me very happy watching them walk down the tunnel together and like high-fiving and chest bumping and doing all that stuff. I defended Fitz last season, said he was the reason we won 5 games. I defended Fitz the beginning of this season, saying that the first interception wasn't his fault. Preston Williams fell. Without Fitz, we wouldn't have won the 4 games. When a lot of people wanted Fitz to sit and a lot of people wanted Tua to start, I defended the crap out of Fitz the same way I defend the crap out of Tua. My defense is always, if you say something that to me isn't factually correct, or if your bias is showing, I defend them. Now, if you say, hey, Tua struggled, but we'll see what happens, but I don't like the struggles that he went through, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. You have a very sound reasoning. But if you just come out and say Tua sucks, he can't throw anything, then I'm like, you're making no sense. It's just like when people say Fitz sucked and this. See what I'm saying? So I want to clear that out and get that out in the open before I start talking about this article. And let's jump into the article again for the second time. He talks about what Chris Greer has to say. I'm not really going to go too far into that. I'm going to get into the meat and the fat of this, because to his, tip my cap to him, I would, but my hair looks like hot garbage. He made this article probably because he talked to some players. Again, he doesn't name them, but I can probably guess one of them just by going back and looking at the transcripts of their pressers. But he talked to some players, and some players were like, I wish we would have done better, and I wish this, and you'll see when I get to it. But he needs the clicks. He needs to get paid. And this article is a fantastic way of getting paid, because you're going to get a lot of people who hate Tua, read in your article. You're going to get a lot of people who love Tua, read in your article. And both sides are going to say, see, I told you. And the other side's going to be like, screw Armando. So like I said, there's a lot of fat in here, but we're going to get to the meat of it. So he obviously talks about what Brian Flores and Chris Greer said when it came to the end of the year presser, which I already talked about. They named Tua the starter. or they didn't necessarily name Tua the starter. They said Tua is our guy for 2021, which is obvious, but they also said everyone will compete, which is obvious. He said, and that caught the attention of at least three players within the team because they have told the Herald in recent days they didn't see enough from Tua Tagovailoa in 2020 to promise him, well, anything for next season. Yeah. He played solid against the Patriots. He played solid against the Bengals. He played very good against the Cardinals. He played solid against the Kansas City Chiefs with a lot of players injured, almost brought us back to potentially winning the game. He played solid in a bunch of games. He played horribly against the Bills. He played very bad against the Broncos, and he played not enough against the Raiders. Everything else was wow, that was pretty good. Rams, you saw what happened with Russell Wilson against the Rams. So the fact that Tua did what he did, his first ever start against the Rams, which was a very good defense. We ended up winning because of our defenses. Yeah, I expect that. So one player said, I understand why they said, but I don't understand why. If you don't understand why, I can't help you there. These players say they remain hopeful Tua will improve, as we all do, but admit he was not outstanding as a rookie in their opinions. There's the duh. Your first duh moment of this article. Yeah, man. Yeah. A rookie. Barely had an off season. Barely had time to prepare for playing football because he was rehabbing the entire time. Had a year off. Doug, these are excuses. Yeah, they're excuses, but am I wrong? I'm going to keep saying that. Because you want to compare him to Herbert and you want to compare him to Burrow, but you don't want to compare their scenarios, their weapons, their offenses, and all that other stuff. It's like, you can't cherry pick. You got to talk about the whole scenery. So, yeah, he's going to struggle. Did I ever say he didn't struggle? No. The kid's going to struggle. I think Tua made a lot of improvements, really developed over the course of the year, so we'll just continue to try to make those improvements, Flores said. But the concerning thing to the players who spoke to the Herald is they're not convinced Tua is going to be great in the future. I've talked about this time and time and time again. Yes, you look, and this is what I'm saying, and I've said this so many times that you guys are probably like, here it comes. And I feel that's how I feel. I'm like, oh, here it comes out of my mouth. Give the kid a chance. Am I saying don't bring in competition? No, because if you remember back when we had Tannehill, the beginning of my YouTube career as a Miami Dolphin YouTuber, I said we should bring in competition. But I also said when Brock Osweiler was Brocktober and everyone was all up on him, I said, whoa. Because it's the weapons around him that made Brocktober. I want Tannehill back because Tannehill has intangibles Brocktober doesn't. And I got so much hate for that. Go back. I have receipts. I have hundreds of videos. But yes. But how many rookies have we seen that you're like, oh, it was a bad rookie year? Go look at Troy Aikman. 0-11 when he started. Yeah, Doug, but they tore the team down. They didn't put a lot of weapons around him. Then eventually when they put weapons around him, look how well he did. So you're telling me sometimes quarterbacks need at least some weapons to help them out? Look at John Elway. He went under the guard. He went under the guard instead of the center to get the ball snapped to him, and they told him to move over. John Elway. And I've already talked about Peyton Manning having an absolute hard rookie year. Am I comparing him to these Hall of Famers? Do I say Tua's going to be a Hall of Famer? Look at his stats. No, what I'm saying is these guys sucked their rookie year. But then they were like, all right, let's see what they can do with a competent wide receiver, some help at running back, and a little bit of an offensive line. Oh, they actually can play pretty well, and they can make the throws. All right, cool. That's all I'm saying. They said they were unimpressed by Tua Tagovailoa during camp to the point that they thought he wouldn't be ready to play in 2020. They said they were caught totally off guard, as one put, when Tua was named the starter of the 7th game of the season. I think we all were caught off guard because we were 3-3. And again, I was at that time saying Fitz isn't the reason for a lot of those losses. He needs this and that and this and that. But a lot of people are saying Fitz sucks. We need Tua in there. I got to see what Tua can do. But then Tua gets in there and everyone's like, Tua sucks. We need Fitz. It's like, Ken. Another one said that before the season finale, when players were informed by Flores that Ryan Fitzpatrick would not be available against the Buffalo Bills, he was disappointed because he believes Fitzpatrick was better than Tua. Duh. There's your number 2, duh. If you think that Tua is better than Ryan Fitzpatrick, if you think that Tua was better than Fitzpatrick this year, I'm trying to be like, you don't know football. Fitzpatrick was better than Tua, hands down, head above heels. And if that's even a phrase, duh. There's a reason that when Tua got done doing whatever he did on the offensive drive, he went right to Fitzpatrick. Because Fitzpatrick is better than Tua. The touchdown, the touchdown that Tua took it in, the first drive he threw the interception against the Patriots. The second drive he got the touchdown. He sat down on the bench. You can go watch. There's audio of it all over the place. And he says to Fitz, "My ball security was bad. Should I do ball security better?" And Fitz looked at him and said, "My man, you scored. Who gives a crap? Move on." Do you see the little implications? That's not even a word that my brain just go with me on this. Of why Tua doesn't throw those tight passes, of why Tua is conservative on offense. Listen to what he said there. He doesn't want to screw the team over. He's a rookie that had no offseason, barely had any time to get ready. He had about 6 games to sit and watch Fitz, and then they put him in there. He doesn't want to screw your team over, so he's not going to throw the contested balls. He's not going to throw the deep passes if they're not open to him, to a rookie, because he doesn't want to screw the defense, who consistently keeps putting him in great situation, gets him touchdowns, and gives him leads. But all of a sudden, he needs to start throwing those balls. You want him to be dangerous. You want him to screw it. If you throw an interception, which he did against the Bills, and then people want to put him up on the rafters. The kid sucks. He threw 3 interceptions, but you asked for it. You asked him to be dangerous. I don't care if I've read so many times. I've listened to so many podcasters, YouTubers say, I don't care if Tua throws interceptions. I want him to be like dangerous, or I want him to take chances. And then he did, and everyone's like, he sucks. Look at the Bills game. This is a prime example of why we got to get rid of him. Can you make me a birdhouse? Can you pretty please make me a birdhouse? And I make you a birdhouse. Why would you make me a birdhouse? That's what you did to Tua. It makes no sense to me. These players speak anonymously because they say coach demands. They never voice any concerns in the media. All agree Tua is a great person. They say he's humble and quiet and a competitor. Yeah, man, because if I'm Brian Flores, I'd say, talk to me. You have some concerns. Let's talk about it. Don't go to the media and spread that out there, because then we get this. Then we get the fan base getting all riled up. Let's keep this in-house. When Tua's named the starter, pissed off Brian Flores. Come on, man. Let me name him the starter. When all these things happen, he doesn't get the chance to talk to the team because of this. So yes, he's going to say, keep it in-house. Don't talk to the media. You have something to say, talk to me. Plain and simple. But the players also say they don't see a special trait in Tua beyond his accuracy. One defensive player said he isn't impressed with Tua's ball velocity, or arm strength or ability to make off-schedule plays with his legs. So ultimately questioned whether Tua will ever be able to match the feats of other quarterbacks in the AFC, such as Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson. I will talk about those in a second. Those are the ones we got to beat, right? It looks right now like they're going to be a challenge, that player says. Defensive player, yes, I agree 100%. You need to go back and forth. If they give up a touchdown, if they get a touchdown, you got to get a touchdown to keep it back and forth, to keep up with them so you can consistently be in the games. But my defensive player, man, maybe you need to stop these players. I see where you're coming from, saying, I don't know if he can match the velocity and the talent skill of Allen, Mahomes, or Watson. I get what you're saying there. But then also, I'm hearing a little bit of fear in your voice that you don't think you can stop him. So you need your offense to bail you out by consistently scoring touchdowns. That's what I heard a little bit there, but he's not wrong. But that's what I heard a little bit there. An offensive player said he likes Tua a lot as a teammate and is hopeful he becomes great someday. So again, it's the same thing I've been saying. Give the kid a chance. But that same player added, he got frustrated when Flores told the team Fitzpatrick would not be available for the season finale against Buffalo. Yeah, man. I think a lot of us were like, damn. But honestly, I don't think it would have mattered if Fitz was in there against Buffalo. I think we still would have lost by a lot because our defense was getting completely torched and owned by Josh Allen, who at that point was just having fun. He was just messing with the Dolphins because he had nothing to win or lose. He went up by 21 and they kept him in there. And he was like, I'm going to score another touchdown in a minute. 4 passes before the half scored a touchdown. But that's on the offense. We get the interception. We get the ball down the field. We score some points, kick 3, right? Yeah, we all would have loved the touchdown, but it happened. And then they started scoring touchdowns on the defense. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, would have helped if, the offense gave the defense some time to breathe. Go back and look at the time of possession. That Bills offense was scoring way quicker. The Dolphins actually had the ball on offense about maybe 8 minutes longer than the Bills did. That's how quick the Bills were scoring on this defense. So it didn't matter if Dan Marino was back there playing quarterback for Miami. We would have lost the Bills game. Just got outmatched. We always think next man up no matter what, that player said. But I saw Tua as the next man up because Fitz was better. Yeah. It raises question about the confidence at least a handful of Dolphin players have about the 2021 starting quarterback. It's unknown if other players agree or disagree, but it also raises questions why Grier and Flores are showing so much confidence into it, because he's the 5th overall pick and they've seen things that they can build off of, and they feel like if they can just add some pieces, they could see really what he can do. And they also feel that if next year he falters and he doesn't do what he can do, or if they bring in competition and he doesn't build up to that competition, they'll just move on. People think that this organization has Tua strapped to their leg, and if he falls, then Grier's gone and Flores. No. Have you not seen the moves that Grier and Flores has made? They want to win. So if you're not out there to win, if they see that you're going to start to struggle, you gone. It is what it is. They're not waiting 7 years like they did Tannehill. But everything they have seen, the close practices, the meeting, the preparation to it, also seems is also seen by most of the players. Yes, but you only question 3. This is where I start. Again, Armando's Armando. He has really good articles, but then sometimes his articles are questionable. You question 3 people. You didn't give their names, but I can go back and look at Gesicki. I can go back and look at a lot of the transcripts, which you can. It's on the Miami Dolphins website, and you can see them say, yes, Tua has his struggles, but this, and that. I like the way he does this and that and this. There's a ton of people who've came out and said good things about Tua, but you got 3 people who want to name anonymous. What the heck, Doug? So I wouldn't say there's the whole team is against Tua, because that's kind of what the article says. The top of the name of this article. While Dolphins promise to evaluate an entire team, some players evaluated Tua. Some 3 players have, and what they said is duh. And players often know who among them is supremely talented and who isn't as soon, if not sooner, than coaches or personnel department people do. One more thing the players were asked but could never answer. They couldn't explain how the team is promising competition at every position, including quarterback, but still naming Tua the quarterback. It's competition at every position. So yeah, Grier said, adding the quarter. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So one player, I don't know, man. That's just puzzling right there. I don't understand what's puzzling about that. Yeah, Tua's the guy. Tua's going to be number 1 on the depth chart. They probably don't see Fitz coming back because, he's a free agent, so he's probably going to go. They're going to bring someone in. Competition. Tua's going to probably get first-team starter reps. And if they see the backups playing better, they're probably going to switch it out. And we all know what's going to happen. The Dolphins draft whatever quarterback you want to name in the first pick in the second round. Dolphins sign whatever free agent you want to name in the offseason, and all of a sudden people go, but do they have confidence in Tua? They might have said all this stuff during their presser, but why did they draft so-and-so? Why did they sign this free agent, right? That's the first domino that's going to fall on this whole debacle that we're dealing with. Second domino, training camp comes. OTAs come, whatever comes. All of a sudden, Tua is running with the second team. After a couple weeks of running with the first team, he's now running with the second team. So-and-so that they brought in is now running with the first team. Oh, the Dolphins are losing confidence in Tua. Why is Tua the second team? Why is Tua running with the second team? Why is he running with his first team? Look, Dolphins are moving on. They're moving with so-and-so. I'm telling you, we're going to get to that point, and people are going to be like, they're going to start doing it, and I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to cut this little segment, and I'm going to just play it. I'm going to Twitter. That'll be my response on Twitter and everything. Because we all know what's going to happen. Because everyone's competing. That's why certain people get first team, some people get second team. All last season, you barely saw Fitz get any reps. He got first team, and then he went and had a Kool-Aid. And then it was Rosen Tua. They would have Rosen throw deep passes, do all this stuff, have Tua do conservative handoffs, short passes. Then they should have Tua throwing deep passes, do Rosen. And then people would just pull out the binoculars and looking at it and then writing, why? Because that's football and that's a competition. He's going to compete. So that's the article. That's essentially, so in a nutshell, right? The fact that players have came out and said these things about Tua, a lot of the things are duh. It's a lot of, he hasn't shown us anything right now, but we'll see what he does in the future. Duh. That's the same thing I'm saying now. Except for I've seen some things he's shown. I've seen a lot of people say he doesn't throw deep passes. I've seen a bunch of deep passes. I've seen that touchdown pass to Gesicki with 3 defenders on him. I'll pop it up. 3 defenders on him. Beautiful pass. That's showing of promise. The Cardinals game, showing of promise. The fact that he throws an interception in the red zone against the Patriots, next down, when he gets down there, he runs it in because he realizes, hey, I now have that lane. I'm going to take advantage, not making the same mistake, showing the promise. Also, like I said, for a team or whoever, because again, it's 3 unnamed people coming out and saying these things about Tua is not out of the norm. I think it was last year, they asked Tyreek Hill during the presser for the Super Bowl, what was your initial thought on Patrick Mahomes? What was your initial thoughts on him as a rookie? He literally said he thought he sucked. I thought Patrick Mahomes was horrible. I thought he sucked as a rookie. That's what Tyreek Hill said about Patrick Mahomes. So for a player to come out and say these things about a rookie is not like I said, clutching my pearls. Dear Lord, with a fan, whatever, Southern Belle, it's not out of the norm, and it doesn't surprise me. That's why I'm making this video. So, because again, it's another situation where everyone's getting all riled up, and we just need to calm it down. Expectations. Patrick, when we drafted Tua, at any point did I say, oh, we got our Dan Marino, oh, we got this, oh, no. Every time I talked about Tua, whether it was pre-draft or after draft, when we got him, I'm excited to see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. I want to see him fully healed. I want to see weapons around him. Let's see what he can do. And I've never changed that position. Not once did I light him up to be the next greatest thing. Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes, whatever you want to say. Expectation. Armando Salguero, I have some of his articles I don't like, some of them I like. He's had a little bit of a history of making speculations, like the Dolphins are trying to trade up for Joe Burrow. It never happened, and it probably wasn't going to happen. Dolphins are trying to trade back for so-and-so. It never happened, probably wasn't going to happen. Dolphins want Jordan Love. See what I'm saying? So it's a lot of speculation, and that's what these reporters do, and I'm not knocking him for it. I'm not saying he sucks, but you got to take it as it is, right? And last thing I'm going to say before I jump into comment of the day is this is just going to light a fire under Tua's ass, and it's just going to make him come out next season and just prove people wrong. And if it doesn't, and if he wilters, and if he doesn't get better, and all of a sudden next season we're in the same situation where we're relying on our defense and Tua is just struggling for the first 6 games, then the Dolphins know, all right, he's not the guy. We're ready to move on. We'll do what we need to do to get that quarterback. Or maybe they do it this year. I don't know. I don't predict the future. All I know is I trust Brian Flores. It took us from 5 wins to 10 wins. He tore the team down. Everyone lost their marbles. And now all of a sudden we're a 10-win team with 2 firsts, 2 seconds, $33 million in cap space, and a lot to go on. So regardless of what happens, hey, we trade for Deshaun Watson. All right. Well, Brian Flores thought this, so let's see what happens. I like Tua. I like Fitz. I like the team. I want to win. And I've said that from jump. Go back and watch my videos. I don't care who's behind center. I want to win. If Brian Flores thinks it should be Fitz, if Brian Flores thinks it should be Rosen, if Brian Flores thinks it should be Tua, whatever. Whoever's the best quarterback will win the position. I've said that from jump. So I feel the same way. Because a lot of people want to talk about, well, a lot of these players coming out because when Tua's in there, there's a drop in productivity on offense. Did you not remember the Jaguars game where we couldn't score a touchdown in the second half? The Seattle game where we couldn't score a touchdown? The Jets game the first time where we couldn't score any points in the second half? Those were all Fitz's starts. So the struggle isn't on Tua because we've seen the struggle with Fitz as well. The struggle is offensive line continuity, wide receivers, running game. It's a lot. It's not just the quarterback. But that's all I got to say about that. Real quick, I'm going to jump into comment of the day because this video is already super long. Hope you guys enjoy the super long videos. Brian Schottenheimer left Seattle. Parted ways with Seattle. This is the comment of the day because a lot of you guys are asking me, hey, what about Brian Schottenheimer? They parted ways. There was a lot of people are saying it was Pete Carroll and him had different opinion on the way the offense should be run. So he essentially was an offense coordinator from 06 to 2011 for the Jets, the Rams 2012 to 2014, and Seattle from 2018 to 2020. With the Jets, he had a fantastic run game in 2008, 2009, and 2010. Other than that, it was... With the Rams, it was not anything you want to be like, oh, look how great this offense is with the Rams, is what it is. But with Seattle, he had a very good offense. In 2018, sixth in points, 27th in passing, first in rushing, though. In 2019, ninth in points, 14 in passing, fourth in rushing. And this past season, 8th in points, 16 in passing, and 12th in rushing. So it seems like he's a good rushing offensive coordinator, so we'll see how that all pans out. But again, we'll see. This is another name to add to the list of people that I think are somebody that we should talk to at least. But also, January 30th is the Senior Bowl, so I don't know if they're going to go in-house or what they're going to do, but it's going to be very interesting with the whole offensive coordinator situation. But that's the video. I still have to do this Q&A video, and I still have to open these packages, so news needs to take a break so I can make these videos for you guys. And like I said, we are very close. Let me pull up where we are at when it comes to subscribers. We are very close to 20,000. Right now, we are sitting at 19,953. So when we break 20,000, I will try my best to get on, do a live stream for not long, probably about 20, 30 minutes, just celebrating with you guys. And yeah, but other than that, I might see you guys later with the 20,000K live stream celebration. And then tomorrow I will open these packages and answer your questions to also celebrate 20,000. But other than that, guys, like usual, stay classy. Fins up.